A pair of grandparents went shopping at a gift shop to find gifts for their grandsons. Then their eyes fell on a beautiful cup. "Look at that cup," said the grandmother to her husband. "You're right, this is the most beautiful cup I've ever seen," said the grandfather. As they approached the cup, suddenly the cup in question spoke, "Thanks for your concern, please note that I was not beautiful before. Before becoming an admired cup, I was just a useless lump of clay. But one day a craftsman with dirty hands threw me on a spinning wheel. Then he started twirling me until I felt dizzy. Stop, stop, I shouted, but the man said, no, then he started to poke and punch me over and over again. Stop, stop, I shouted again, but this guy still punched me, ignoring my screams. Even worse, he threw me in the fire. Hot, hot, I shouted loudly. Stop, enough, enough, I shouted again, but this guy again replied, not yet. Finally, he lifted me from the fire and let me cool. I thought my suffering was over. But, apparently not. After it cooled down, he handed me over to a young woman and she started coloring me. The smoke was so sickening. Stop, stop, I shouted. The woman said, not yet. Then he gave me to a man and he put me in the fire which was hotter than before. Help, help, stop this torture. While crying I screamed as loud as I could. But this guy doesn't care about my screams. It keeps burning me. After being satisfied with torturing me, now he allowed myself to cool down. After it cooled completely, a woman picked me up and placed me near the glass. I looked at myself and I was very surprised. I almost couldn't believe it, because in front of me stood a very beautiful cup. All my past sufferings and pains disappear when I see myself now. That's how God formed us. Like a beautiful cup. When God molds us to live this life, it is unpleasant, painful, full of suffering, and many tears. But this is the only way God can change us to be beautiful and radiate His glory. Consider it a joy, when you fall into various trials, because you know that our trials produce strength. Let perseverance bear its ripe fruit, so that you may be perfect and whole, lacking nothing. When you are facing a life test, don't be discouraged. Because God is shaping you. The process of formation is indeed painful and makes suffering. However, believe me, after all the process is complete, you will see how beautiful God made you.